Hello and welcome back. In today's video, I'm here to talk about Josh Phillips. Josh Phillips recently signed a new contract at Luton, and in today's video, I wanted to talk about his future at the football club. Before I do, can we drop a like on today's video? Can we hit 120 likes? That is the like target. Also, let me know down in the video comments your thoughts about Josh Phillips. Do you think he has a future at the football club? And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. We are trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And also this Sunday at 11 a.m. UK time, I will be live streaming here on YouTube. We're going to be talking about the England game, going to be talking about transfers and football chat basically, and answering any questions you guys have about my channel or Luton. So if you're free and available, 11 a.m. this Sunday, here on YouTube, I will be live streaming. So Josh Phillips is a 19-year-old attacker who could play on the left-hand side. He can also play as a left wing-back. He does turn 20 in August, and he has recently signed a new contract. Now, Luton, we don't announce our contract length, so I don't know how many years Phillips has signed for, but he signed a new deal, and he's someone that we might be seeing in this upcoming season in League One. Now, before I go into proper detail about Josh Phillips, let's hear from someone who's actually watched him play a couple of times, because I've only seen Josh Phillips play when he came on as a sub against Bristol City under Rob Edwards. So let's listen to Reigan and his thoughts about Josh Phillips.
Salutations here, it's Uncle Reeves, and I'm just here to talk about Josh Phillips. Josh is a very exciting winger. He's also a wing back as well. So the times that we've seen him play, whether we're talking about the under-21s or with the first team, he's played once for the first team against Bristol City, had like a 30-minute cameo. But he's played as a wing back or a left winger, and he is electric, absolutely electric. He's a very, very good playmaker down the left-hand side. I'm pretty sure he can play with both of his feet as well. That's what I can see. His link-up play is amazing. His defensive duties are great as well. He tracks back well. He's a hard worker, and I think the thing that we should look forward to mostly is his flair. There hasn't been many players who can do little tricks and flicks like Josh Phillips can. You know, when we think about flicks, we think Lawa, we think Fred Onyedinma. I would put him along those sort of names. We're going to get a lot out of him next season. It seems like he's very excited to stay, and he really wants the opportunity to play for the first team. If you haven't looked at when on Luton's page, they've obviously put what he said in the interview. If you haven't seen what he said, go and have a look. It will show you that this guy has a lot. He's a very, very level-headed mindset, and he really wants to succeed. So I think that sort of mentality and determination will really help with our ascendance back to the Premier League.
A big thank you and shout out to Reigan for his thoughts about Josh Phillips. I will leave his socials down in the video description. He makes lots of funny TikToks, so yeah, highly recommend to follow him over there. So Josh Phillips signed for Luton back in the summer of 2023, and he made his first team debut against Bristol City on Boxing Day last year as a second half substitution. During that game when he came on, he actually did impress me, and it was only a small cameo. And to be fair, that game lacked so much quality, but he did do one bit of quality which I did really like. He got the ball out on the left-hand side and he whipped in a decent ball into the box. It was like the first decent cross we actually made all game. And he did look bright. He looked someone that had, you know, lots of confidence in himself, and he wanted a lot more time on the ball to run at, you know, the defenders for Bristol City and cause even more problems. But because Luton, the way we were playing, he didn't really get that opportunity. But since he's been at the football club, he has been a regular for Alex Lawless in the under-21 side, especially over the last 12 months. He scored 2 goals in the Premier League Cup as the Hatters reached the knockout phase. He also went out on loan last season, only for 28 days, to Bath City in the National League South. He did play 6 times, 5 in the league, 1 in the FA Trophy. And then when he came back from his loan spell, he did score a double hat-trick for the under-21s in a 13-2 friendly win over Notts County in December. In the article that was made by Luton on the club website, which you guys can of course go and read, Matt Bloomfield said this about Phillips. I'm really pleased that Josh has signed a new contract. He's a really exciting player for the future and one we are looking forward to looking at in pre-season. He's got really good attacking intent and he's that type of player I like, so we're looking forward to seeing what the future holds for him at the football club. Now, With that being said, I do think we are going to see Phillips in pre-season. But also, as Luton were in this Bristol Motors Trophy, which is the old Johnson Paint Trophy, it's that competition between League One, League Two, and a couple of under-21 sides from the Premier League that compete in this competition. I feel like we are going to see a lot of youngsters feature on this competition, and it's a good opportunity for them to prove that actually I deserve a shot in the first team. Now, this is a question which I want to ask you guys watching this video. If Luton don't win promotion next season in League One, would you accept a season of Matt Bloomfield embedding a lot of the youth in and building a team for the future for next season over the next 12 months? Would you accept that? Or is it we need to go straight back to the Championship? Let me know what you think down in the video comments, because I do think it's really tough for a manager when there's high expectations to instantly win promotion while also embedding the youth players in. Now, we do have some young players at the football club who I like Luton to build the team around, but can we also include a few academy players in that? Now, I will be attending a lot of the pre-season matches because I do want to see some of the younger players, as I haven't seen much of them, and also see the new signings when they do eventually arrive. Upon signing the new contract, Josh also said a couple of quotes which I do want to react to. He said, "I'm proud to sign a new contract and continue the journey here because Luton feels like home now. I've matured on and off the pitch in the last year, and I'm looking forward to developing and establishing myself as a senior player. I know there's a lot of hard work to do, but I'll keep my head down and put my trust in the manager and the coaching staff. I've had a taste of the first team after my debut, and now I want a bit more." When I went onto the pitch, I didn't feel the nerves. It felt like I belong, and it was meant to be. Now it's time for me to focus, improve my craft, and grab the opportunity with both hands. Straight away from reading those quotes, it comes across that Josh, he knows exactly what he needs to do to try and break into the first team. If Josh doesn't get a handful of games in these upcoming 12 months, then he does need to go out on loan, whether that's the National League or League Two. He needs to play more first team football, more senior first team football to develop. Just like we've done with Jaden Luca, over the last 2 years, he has gone out on loan and played men's football. He went on loan to the National League, and then last year was on loan at Grimsby. So he's experienced a lot of men's football, and I would say out of the two players, Luca is probably a little bit ahead of Josh Phillips. So just to recap, I'm looking forward to seeing what Phillips can do in a Luton shirt. Hopefully he does get a lot more first team minutes. I will be watching him in pre-season, in this upcoming pre-season campaign, and I will be doing another video closer to the season starting about the players I have watched over the pre-season games, because pre-season, although the most important thing is to get fit, but it is an opportunity for younger players to break through into the first team, like we did see Joe Johnson and Zach Nelson last season do. They were playing in pretty much most of the pre-season games, and they did impress, and they did get a handful of games throughout the championship season over the last 12 months. And I'm sure those two players will also get given more games in the next 12 months in League One. So thank you guys for watching this video. Please drop a like on today's video. Can we hit 120 likes? Let me know what you think down in the video comments. Does Phillips have a future here at Luton Town? If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to follow me across all my social media if you haven't done already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.